spiritual education from the mega movement called Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement India going global today, established by our great enlightened master, Brahmarshi Patriji, whom we salute today on this occasion. Okay, the next slide will say about the Spiritual Science Academy as such. Okay, this has got a specific logo, and this also I explained in the last chapter, last 2 days, but still I would like to repeat the three important core contents of spiritual science, that is love, light and effect, love, light and power, and love is represented by noble qualities and light is expressed by ability of our wisdom to decide what is right and wrong. And similarly, the power, third content of our life explains by the capacity of our own living independently on our own legs, not depending on others. And when once we help others, we always will be in a position to help others. That is the essence of power. So, my dear friends, you must have an energy to love yourself and others, and you must have a wisdom to have clarity in your life to do what is right and what is wrong, and then we must have sufficient power to stand independently on our legs and help others. So with this, spiritual science is totally covered. My dear friends, now we have the slide giving us the entire image of the big mega pyramid that is standing as a big monument in the midst of Bangalore city, in the outskirts of Bangalore city, inviting you all for the meditation. Now the Academy wants to present the spiritual insight, third day it is, PSS Academy is with you. Now we will speak on food and energy, okay? Yesterday we learned that we should have a limited food from legendary book, legendary Shastra, that is called Yoga Shastra by Bhagavad Gita, okay, pronounced by the Lord Sri Krishna to Arjuna, okay. Now, out of that, we will take one leaf, that is called food and energy. Now, if you say, in Sanskrit terms, they are called ahara. We have ahara and we have pratyahara. So, you may not be aware of the word pratyahara. You are aware of very well the word ahara. Ahara means food. That is what we are taking food daily, that forms the food. This is a sort of physical food because we are able to see through. Okay, we know what we are taking, rice, pad and everything, chapati like this, So all that food form parts of physical food that is called ahara. So now we are aware of this, but there is another term which is called pratyahara. So now we are not conversant with this, of course, we are not familiar with this word because this is a term, used by Patanjali Maharshi in his legendary book, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which is a very, 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 very intimate and very important also, the book that gives the essence of Yoga Shastra. The methodology of meditation is well explained in this book written by Patanjali Maharshi. Okay, in his book he cited this pratyahara as one of the 6 steps to be in meditation. How to practice meditation? He has explained, and he explained that there are 6 steps. Actually, this is called as Ashtanga Yoga. So Ashtanga Yoga means Ashta means 8. Actually, he quoted 8 steps. But in 8 steps, we have 2 steps. First 2 steps are not practice. They are not coming out of practice. Okay. The other 6 are the steps for real practice, to sit and do it. The other 2 steps in the first and second steps, yama, niyama, he says, and these are the outcome of the practice. Yama, niyama will be automatically imbibed if we do the meditation by another 6 steps. That is called asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So these are the 6 steps of meditation. Okay. When we sit in meditation, we undergo ourselves, this through these 6 steps. Asana is sitting, pratyahara. Now, pranayama means observing the breath, and pratyahara is withdrawal of all senses. So, there we come across this word. And this word is very, very important with reference to our daily life. How Pratyahara in Sanskrit actually it has got 2 words. Prati ahara. Now we have the word Pratipaksha, that is 2 words, Prati and Paksha. Paksha means a sort of a group, Prati means opposite. Okay, substitute for that. Another one, Paksha and Pratipaksha, it's like that. Ahara, Pratyahara, Pratyahara. So this Pratyahara is a substitute for the physical food, we can say. So Pratyahara also is a food, but it is not visible food. Pratyahara is not visible food. Ahara is visible food. So my dear masters, we must have Pratyahara also with us. Then what is more about that we will understand, Now, Ahara is physical food for what for we are taking food, You will be answering this very easily that Ahara is for living. Without food, we will not be able to live, we will die. That is the normal and general opinion that is prevailing in the city as on today. My dear master, spiritual science says it reveals the real facts. The core truth is that food is not going to stop your death. Okay, masters. But we think that we can die, we can live only with food, but we cannot live with the food. Food alone will not save your life. Okay, and on top of it, without food we cannot work. You say, but my dear masters, food if you take excess, you will stop the work. That is the insight of this. The food is not going to give you any sort of energy to work. You need energy to work. So when food is not going to give energy to work. If it is somehow if limits exceed, then the work whatever you are doing will be stopped, and you will go. You say that we will be healthy with the food, but if you take excess, you will be landing in hospitals. Okay, the entire gamut of food is not complete and exhaustive. There is something else that is controlling your body and life. Okay, so that we learn later in later classes. But as of now, the term pratyahara should be understood that it is a food which works in absence of physical food. Okay, that food also is important. But physical food, what for physical food then? The utility of physical food is only for physical growth. My dear master, this is the truth. It will not stop your life. It will not stop your death. Okay, nobody will guarantee. Food is not going to guarantee your life. And then, but what for it is? It gives us physical growth. The body development is definitely with the growth, and body development is definitely dependent on your food. Nothing else is there. So a small boy will become adult by means of food. So the food is essential for the cell division and physical growth. So we should understand that food is having a limited purpose in us. What is that? We will grow, that's all. So, but it is not going to stop your whatever happening in the life. It cannot stop anything. All the events, life and death, are beyond your food. Okay, so now we understand that food is meant for physical body growth. That's it. No energy is received by that. So energy is a different subject. Food is not for energy. Food is only increase your body size. A boy of 30 kg will become adult and gain flesh of 50 kg. That's it. The food constructs the body. Okay. So, my dear friends, now let us see what is the next. Pratyahara has got 2 stages. Okay, in our life. What is that? One is sleep. So one must sleep. Then only he will be fresh next morning. You understand, and you are able to um, understand this, isn't it? Everybody has got this experience. The moment you sleep in the night, the morning you get up, you will become fresh. What is happening in between? So, are you taking food for becoming fresh, for getting energy? No. During the sleep, we don't take any food, but yet we will be energized. And the morning we get up, we will be fresh to take up any work. Yes or no? So, recoupment of energy spent is always possible during the sleep. Whatever you have lost by way of work in the daytime, that you will be getting back during the sleeping mode. But food is not giving that. It's only rest to the physical body and rest to the inner body. That is causing this energy to develop, to recover, to recoup, and then make you fresh in the morning. So it is not a physical food. You are not taking any physical food during the sleep mode. Then how? Without physical food, you are getting refreshed and you are re-energized during the sleeping mode. So we should understand that we are having some sort of food which is not visible. So that invisible food is called energy. So that energy is secured. That energy is limited energy is secured during sleeping mode, because whatever energy you have lost in the daytime will be again getting back or recouped by the mode of sleep. So in our life, we must have this sleeping mode so as to be fresh next to do the work. Understand? Then second type of energy food, which is invisible food, because this is also not physical food. Meditation gives us energy for us. How? So meditation is real energy food which we can get unlimited. Okay, there is no limitation here. So long you do meditation, you will get that long and that more energy sucked into our body. Okay, so this is normally happening when once we are in meditation, our spirit, our astral body, our astral body will leave our physical body and fetch the astral worlds all sorts of energy in the way of wisdom, in the way of all physical as well as subtle energies. It will be bringing up and provide to our physical body. Okay, so this is called this will work on mind basically. So the meditation sharpens the mind also and energizes the body also. Okay, the both utilities are there, both uses are there in meditation, and this meditation gives the energy. It is not a sort of physical growth or some such thing, and but this energy it will give us in the shape of wisdom. So wisdom gives us all sorts of facilities for the happy life. Wisdom alone is capable of giving peaceful joy and excellence in our work, and the way of thinking will be healthy, and it will put us into a mode of long life. So these are all the benefits, but because of the energy. That sort of energy is an invisible food that is made available to us only in the mode of meditation in our daily life. If we practice meditation, we will be the beneficiaries of this invisible energy. Now, why the sleeping mode also we get this sort of invisible energy. Two kinds of paths are there. One is sleep, one is meditation. Sleep gives the invisible energy in the shape of rest, and morning you will become fresh, but it will give energy to the body only, not mind. Okay, you are fresh in the morning after the sound sleep, and you will say, okay master, I am ready to work. But if you are interested with some work, you will say, Masterji, I don't know how to do this work, so kindly guide us. That's it. His mind is not helpful to him, but his body is helpful to him to take up the work anyway. It's a physical load. But mind also should be given sufficient nourishment by energy. That is happening in meditation. So meditation works on the mind. You understand, my dear masters. Meditation works on the mind, sleep works on the body to work, and physical food works on the physical body to grow. That's it. Then how life is prolonged, or a long life we can achieve. That is in the hands of wisdom and the energy giver is there, that is called soul. The soul will be able to give you proper nourishment in all angles through these three modes of energy store. Okay, so the meditation gives you the mind proper energy, and sleep gives you the body to work any sort of work. After you get up in the morning, you are ready to do any kind of physical task or whatever task you are given. But if you want some sort of clarity in the life or clarity in the work, whatever you are interested, then you will have to approach your mind. That mind should be in a better way. Mind should be strong enough to give you suggestions and all those things. It should be sharpened. That's why the meditation is there. So meditation is the weapon for us to give you a sort of excellence in the life. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Okay. So karmasu kaushalam means when once you are aspiring some better work, when once you are aspiring some wise work, when once you are aspiring some sort of a turbulence less, that is peaceful work, and to excel in the assignments whatever we are given, we have to seek refuge under our own mind. Mind will help you in a better way, provided it is not disturbed. Okay, so you have to learn the methodology of non-disturbing the mind, keeping it stable always, keeping it in a non-mode. Okay, so mind should be maintained equilibrium. It should not be disturbed. Again and again, you should not worry. If you are shouting, you are disturbing the mind. If you are hurting somebody, you are disturbing the mind. You are doing something wrong, you are disturbing your mind. Okay, the disturbance of the mind means what? You are hammering the mind again and again and again. Okay. So if you are troubled or you are worried, then you are hammering your own mind. So that goes on that goes very weak and weak. The more hammerings you offer to it by dint of your own wrong behaviors, shouting, abusing, insulting others, and worrying for yourself, finding fault with your own self or with others, complaining against your own self and others. These are all the activities that hammer the mind again and again. This is not a healthy thing for the mind. Then you will lose the wisdom. You will lose the clarity in the life. You will lose Vichakshana Gnana. That's what it says in Sanskrit, Viveka. Okay, this Viveka is important for the life to be peaceful and joyful. Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, he has changed his name to Vivekananda after finding out that Viveka is important for the life. From Viveka only he gets Ananda. That's why he named himself Vivekananda. I don't want Narendra, Nagendra or whatever it is. Okay, I want only Vivekananda. Okay, that's how Viveka is very important for everybody's life. Without Viveka, we lose the balances. Our mind will be imbalanced. So, my dear masters, so in essence, we need three kinds of food in our life. You understood? Now, let us recapitulate. I am giving very, very short subjects, but it is very important for us to implement this. Let us recapitulate again. Physical food we must be able to consume regularly with the right understanding that we will be growing ourselves. But this growth is only up to certain age only. But even then, to sustain the life, we have to take the food. In order not to diminish the body, we have to take on food. So in three stages. In the childhood, it helps you to grow, and when we are adult, it will keep you healthy, and when once you are becoming old, it will vanish. Body, however it vanishes, whatever food you take, the body will not stay just like that. Sharira always vanishes. Shiriyate iti shariraha. That means that vanishes is called sharira. That's why food is not going to do anything. Food is not the weapon of life. Food is only, in fact, Even without food also we can manage. Well, but that requires the mastery over the meditation and mastery of obtaining other pratyahara, that is other energy food we should be able to take. If we are not able to take, and if you stop this physical food also, then we are inviting a sort of damage in our own life. We cannot execute the work. Then without work, our body will not sustain. We should work for earning food, isn't it? For growing food. And to sustain the body, we have to work. So Bhagavad Gita says, without work, your body will not remain. So the body will vanish. Body is always vanishing. But the thing is that the stages of life, to maintain that, we need a minimum nourishment of the body so that it will sustain. Ultimate thing is whether it is live or without life. These are the factors of energy body that is called Karana Sharira. It depends on the Karma Kanda. That's a different issue. We will discuss all these affairs in the coming days. Okay, in the next classes we will explain. Up to that we will take no problem. So now for today, let us understand that the food what we are taking, it should be limited, and let us not invite any sort of ill health for that. Okay, energy food. To summarize here, this slide will give us the further lead, the physical food for body growth. Sleep, kindly see the slide. Sleep, invisible, okay, energy for the body to work, but no sense organs are sharpened by that. So buddhi పని చేయదు. సో బుద్ధి ఎంత ఉందో అంతనే ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని పెంచాలి అని అన్నప్పుడు టు ఇంప్రూవ్ ద విజ్డమ్, టు ఇంప్రూవ్ యువర్ ఇంటలెక్చువల్ వాల్యూస్, వాట్ వీ షుడ్ డూ? Intellect is always there, but we should improve and according to the situations. So that capacity will not be obtained by means of physical food, but it will be obtained by means of subtle food. Okay, that subtle food we can receive during the sleeping mode of life. Okay, and then unlimited energy. This subtle food will be in unlimited quantity in meditation. So that is far more beneficial. So meditation takes you to unlimited energy, in fact, and that is also for the sharpening of the mind also, mind, body, and everything. It gives you holistic health. Okay, the meditation provides the spiritual energy, that is subtle energy, to bring about holistic health in human beings. Okay, so holistically we will be, holistic health means what? First, physical health will be restored, is fine, no damage. Okay, and secondly, mental health. So mind is always sharp, so it will be always in tranquility, so no trouble, no worry in the mind. Whatever happen in the outside, external to you, nothing is going to harm your body, isn't it? So whatever events, good or bad, we will only answer. So that is the training the mind, towards becoming equality and strong, and towards any sort of external provocations, right? That is called meditation, brings you stability of the mind. Okay, so here senses, mind, and everything. Mind is the king of all the body, inside. So what sort of body and all those things we will discuss later. Okay, no, for today, so mind is essential for all activities of the physical body, and wisdom also it will be there. So wisdom is there, through the self will sit in mind during the mode of meditation. Okay, tada drashtaha swarupe avasthanam. Of course you are not aware of that, but I will let you know later. But for today, the intellectual part of spiritual wisdom will be secured, will be obtained, will be achieved in the state of meditation. Okay, that gives you all sorts of the good in your life, right from excellence work to the excellent happy life. Okay, from work to life, entire work, entire life, you will be good at. So yukta food, you see this slide, yukta food, that means avoid excess. No food, physical food is not that much, but how much is necessary, that much only we should take. If you take more, we go to hospitals. The ill health will be the product of food. We are taking health is product of food, but ill health is the product of food. So both are there, be careful about it. And then sleep, yukta sleep, that means how much is sleep? That much only, not days together you should not sleep. Days together, whatever excess, that is going to take away entire sleep from your life. Okay, that is the reason. Why for we are sleeping, we should understand, unless you next day, in your own life. The day you are not sleeping in the night, next day I did not have sleep last night, so I can't do this. I kindly grant me one day leave. Okay, I'm not okay. So this is the experience of every human being here. So we should sleep. We should give due time for that. The people work day and night without caring proper sleep and food. Both are very important. So the sleeping mode also is very important in our life stages. So kindly cultivate the habit of regular sleep, and to the extent required. Okay, and you should also be awakened. You should not sleep beyond a certain limit. Okay, so that limits and everything will be regulated by wisdom. Okay, the wisdom is available through meditation. Okay, the clarity in the life, what to do, what not to do, is always available to us only in the meditation. But we have wisdom in us already, but how to make use of that, that is the mode of actually securing the wisdom, making use of it. Unless used, what is the benefit of that? So a pandit is there, he knows everything, but if he does not teach, what is the use? I know all the varieties of cooking knowledge, but I don't cook anything. What is the use? So the wisdom is more important. Already it is there, but it is not used. What is the use? So that's the reason we should be able to practically apply our wisdom in our daily life, to gain the better and peaceful and joyful life for us as well as for all the people around us. That is important. For that, we need this weapon of meditation. Our ancestors have already experienced all these things. They have investigated and found out the realities of life. The true life, they have established already. That's the reason they went on for meditation, and became wise men. And all wise people were called Maharishis, Rishis and Maharishis, sages are there. Rajarshis, Maharshis are there. And Brahmarshis are there. So these are all the people who have understood life now, and keep their mind in a proper conduct, in a proper mode of enjoying the life. That is very important. That's why now we have to understand whatever they have done, we can also reap the same benefit. So, my dear masters and friends, today we are dealing on an important subject of how much food and what kind of food I'll tell tomorrow. Okay, how much food, the quantity is okay. Today we are understanding, and how much importance for the food we are understanding today. Okay. Next slide is, we can avoid physical food when we master meditation. That's more important. So we can avoid food in total also. There are so many people who are living without food. As on today, there is one statistical information which I have undergone some time before, that around 10 to 12,000 people are there in India who are not at all taking any food and leading very happy life. So, and there are so many literature, books and everything available to us giving the same information. Okay. But one thing, they should be in a position to take subtle food. So without learning how to receive subtle food, if you stop physical food also, then things will work wrongly for you. And you will not be able to understand the logic, and your life will be ending with that. So we must master first receiving subtle food. How to master? And you must become a yogi for that. You must become a fully, acquainted with the meditation practice. It's very essential in the life. If you are gradually, if you are accustomed to that way of grasping and securing physical, invisible food, energy, okay, energy by astral travel and all that. If you are having a sort of good expertise in that, then gradually the food itself will disappear from your life. Okay, masters. And without mastering this, if you say that physical food is not useful only for growth, only body it works, okay, fine, but you cannot stop it. Why? Because the subtle food is not there to pull on that. Subtle food will give you the holistic health, including physical health. Okay. So subtle food, we all should learn how to obtain more and more subtle food daily, every day. If you are becoming masters there, then we can discard, we can give up the physical food also. We can have a liquid food, and or we can go on fruits or whatever it is. Fruitarians we can become. Then after that, breatharians, only swasa, our own breathing, is going to give you all sorts of varieties of food. Okay. Breatharians, that means who are living only by means of breathing in and out. Okay. So tomorrow we would like to understand about the kind of food we should take and how much and all those things. Little further on this information before we go into the structure of body and all those things. Okay. So now today, my dear masters, we should be very categorically understanding that physical food is only necessary for body growth. So that's why we should not neglect, otherwise the body will not grow. Okay. Children should be given good nourishment, so that they grow. The body is under growth. Okay, cell division should happen. So the 2 feet boy should become 6 feet persons. 20 kg wala will become 80 kg. Okay, that food is necessary for that. And then for better work and understanding, for better work, for labor as well as mental work, we need sleep. Mental work, meditation. Physical work, sleep is more important. So now, as on today, we have in the society, food is there physically, yes. We are all taking food, no danger, fine. Only if we are limiting to the extent needed, we are okay. So that much only we should learn. And then sleeping, yes, every one of us has got this sort of mode of life. We are habituated to that. We are practicing that. So what is that? Sleep. So that also should be limited. Yukta Swapna Bodhasya. That's what it said. Okay, now we have food, we have sleep. And now how to receive the mental energy, how to become wise, how to be happy. How to be happy. Food is not going to give happiness, or your sleep is not going to give you happiness and peace or joy or whatever it is. How you are able to sustain the very bad calamities, very bad atmosphere, a bad event, how you can tolerate the people who are speaking bad of you, with or without reason. How you are going to stand that? How we are going to be always a sort of in tranquil mind, always smiling. How you are able to be there? We like smiling, but we never smile. That is a big problem, because we don't have a subtle energy in us. We have only physical energy. Physical food is there. That's it. So, my dear masters, we must have meditation. There is no other goal. If you want to be smiling person, if you want to be cheerful in life, okay, even though food and sleep is there, it's not going to give you any sort of happiness. People are very fighting each other, spoiling their mind off and on. Husband and wives struggling, relatives kill themselves, each other. We don't understand what this sort of style of life we have inherited where from. Okay, so, my dear masters, we have to deal carefully, and life and health, peace, etc. are not dependent on physical food alone. We should go for meditation, okay, which will touch the spiritual wisdom. Self is the ultimate cause of everything in the life. Self is called Atma, okay, self knowledge. The other day we have been discussing self discipline, isn't it? So, self discipline is only the savior for us. Self discipline is nothing but self is Atma, discipline means science. So, Atma Vijnana is the ultimate source of our happiness in the life. Okay. So, Atma Vijnana is to be acquired and implemented in our life. That is a whole effort of Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy. So, with this, I conclude my session and leaving now. Let us we have